Wyatt, and this video is brought to you by the Cape Town Music Academy, who are doing this really cool little initiative documenting thoughts of various musicians around the scene in South Africa. So nice one, guys. Thank you for doing that. Today I thought I would chat a little bit, in this video I thought I'd chat a little bit about the term genre and something that I quite enjoy to do, which is mixing and matching genres, though it has to be said that I don't think of it that way. The world we live in is unfortunately loves to pigeonhole everything, and in particular music. I always have a great frustration when, if I bring out a new album and I want to sell it on a particular website, and usually those websites will prompt you to select a genre to describe your music, one genre, and that's always a problem for me, because I think that the music I write, and I think that the music that a lot of people write in South Africa is quite multifaceted. It's not just jazz music or just folk music or whatever the case may be. I always end up selecting the term other because it's the closest thing I can find. So yeah, that's the one issue that I guess we have, is that the world wants us to put what we do into one box, and that can be super frustrating. But yeah, so for me, I've always listened to a whole bunch of different music. I grew up in a family where my dad was a folk musician. He played blues and folk, and my sisters were ballet dancers, so there was a lot of classical music around. I came up in a wind band and a brass band, and then as I got older, I moved to Cape Town and discovered the whole jazz world, ironically enough in the Navy. And so I guess and subsequent to that, throughout my musical life, have played just about everything, from orchestral music to drum and bass, to super experimental music, and I hope that never changes, firstly, and it's something I really love. It feeds me to look in all directions, and when I think about music, I don't necessarily think along the lines of genre. I never say to myself, I'm going to make this track that's within this genre or that genre. I can't keep up with dance music because they seem to change their genres like according to the tiniest little change in the music. It's actually strange to me, where within jazz music, I think jazz music has been utilizing various other kinds of music for a long time, albeit folk music, pop music, rap, hip hop, drum and bass, various other so-called genres, and yet jazz music remains jazz music, and yet you have a house track that's an instrumental, it's called one thing, and then you just add a vocal line and it's called something else. I don't really understand that. Maybe someone can explain that to me. I think it's something that people get a little bit caught up in, and when it comes to writing music, I think you can be inclusive of so many different genres, but unwittingly, without meaning to, if you just approach music from the perspective of all music is relatively similar. I think that the similarities between all the different genres in music, they are far greater than the differences, should I say. So to me, for instance, Balkan music and hip hop, I hear a similarity there. I hear a similarity with Maskandi and bebop. There are elements that run throughout all the different musics. And I think if you listen to the music with an open ear, and you're not looking at those small differences that define the different genres, then you will open up a whole new world. Didn't mean to quote that song. But yeah, literally, it opens up a whole universe where you don't necessarily think about crossing genres. One of my favorite musicians is Bobby McFerrin, and I think the reason for that is because it's clear that he channels music, and he doesn't necessarily think along the lines of genre. He might think about what it is that music dictates, because I think that's important. Obviously, if you are playing Bach, you know that music demands a certain thing. It's that's one of the unique characteristics of that music, and so you have to be true to that. So as long as you are true to the certain characteristics within that style of music, then you would be able to not only write music that crosses different genres, but also to play music without much difficulty. Yeah, so I don't know if that helped. I confuse myself sometimes, but yeah, that's that for this one. See ya.